Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I am your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my kitchen. And today, this episode is going to cover Week 3 of the NFL season. Week 3 starts tonight. I'm going to give you all my predictions and my outcomes of each game. Last week, I went 13-3. I did really good on my picks. So let's see if I can have some of that magic again this week. Tonight is the Thursday night game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. The Jaguars have actually looked impressive this season. I know they're 1-1, but a lot of people didn't even predict them winning a game or maybe winning 2 games, but it looks like they'll win more than that this season. But as for the Miami Dolphins, they showed some fight against the Buffalo Bills last week, but I definitely see Gardner Minshew having a better game than he did last week, and he played well last week too, but those turnovers are what killed them at the end. So I'm going to go with Jacksonville 23-17 for the win. On to the Sunday games. We have Chicago Bears versus the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are just a mess right now. They need to fire their coach, I think. After blowing a 20-point lead to the Cowboys, I don't know what direction that franchise is headed in. Chicago's been playing pretty well, too. I'm going to go with the Bears 20-17 in a nail-biter. Next, this is going to be a great game. The Rams versus the Buffalo Bills. Both teams are undefeated. Both quarterbacks have been playing great. But I do like the Buffalo Bills in this because I think Josh Allen's the better quarterback than Jared Goff. And I think they have the better defense. I think they're just all around a little bit better of a team than the Rams. I see that one being a close game. I'm going to go 30-24, Buffalo Bills. Next is the Washington football team versus the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns looked exceptionally good last week, so I could see them doing that again against the Washington football team. I'm probably going to go with Cleveland winning. I'm going to go Cleveland 27, Washington 17. That's my score for that game. Next, we move to the Tennessee Titans versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings are 0-2. They really haven't looked good at all. Kirk Cousins has been a disappointment so far this season. Tennessee's been playing great. Ryan Tannehill's been playing out of his mind. I see Tennessee winning this one 23-10. That's going to be my score. And as for the Las Vegas Raiders versus the New England Patriots, the Vegas Raiders have looked great too. They're 2-0. They just blew past the New Orleans Saints on Monday night. New England's looking sharp, though, too. They went punch for punch with the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday night. This is a really tough game to call, actually. But I'm going to go with the Patriots winning this one 31-26. That's my score for that game. 31-26, Patriots over the Raiders. Now we move to the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Giants. The San Francisco 49ers are all banged up right now. I don't think their starting quarterback or running backs going to be able to play. Their defense is all hurt. But the Giants are just awful. Like, they lost their main piece of their offense, Saquon Barkley. I see it being a close game, actually. But I'm going to go with the 49ers winning 24-21 in a really close game. But that's just my prediction. Next is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams are 0-2. Both teams need to get their first win of the season. I'll never pick the Eagles to win, obviously. So with that being said, I'm going to go 21-16 Bengals. Joe Burrow finally gets his first win in the NFL. Next game, Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Houston Texans are 0-2. Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-0. Pittsburgh has looked way better. Their defense is phenomenal. Big Ben starting to come back to life. I see Pittsburgh winning this one 31-20, in my opinion. Yep, 31-20, Pittsburgh. Next is the New York Jets versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is going to be a weird game to pick. The Indianapolis Colts did look really good. I wouldn't say really good, but they played pretty well last week. And the Jets are just the Jets. They've been going downhill so far ever since they hired Adam Gase. So with that being said, I see the Colts winning this one 28-20. Next is the Carolina Panthers versus the LA Chargers. The Panthers are 0-2 as well. They're struggling to get a win, and now Christian McCaffrey's hurt. He's definitely going to miss this game. So he's a big piece of their offense. I don't know what they're going to do without him. As for the Chargers, they're going to have Justin Herbert starting. Justin Herbert looked solid in his first game as a quarterback. I have the Chargers winning this one. I'm going to go 23-14. As for Tampa Bay at Denver, I know Tom Brady struggles against the Broncos in the Broncos' home, but this is a different team this year. The Broncos are going to be without their starting quarterback as well. So I like Tampa in this one, 26-14. Next is the Detroit Lions versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals have been playing phenomenally well. Kyler Murray just looks amazing, the way he can run the ball and throw the ball. Detroit's 0-2. They haven't really found their identity. So I definitely see the Cardinals winning this one, 35-23. Next game, Dallas Cowboys versus Seattle Seahawks. I've never picked against the Cowboys ever in my life because they're my favorite team. So I'm going to go with Cowboys winning 31-27. It's going to be a close game. I think if the Cowboys can limit turnovers and not put the ball in Russell Wilson's hands a lot, then they should win. But they face Russell Wilson. I mean, guy has 9 touchdowns and only 11 incompletions. He should win MVP. I think he's going to win the MVP this season. He's played absolutely phenomenal. He absolutely shredded the New England defense. And New England's defense is like top 3 or top 5 in the league. It's one of the best in the leagues. As for Dallas's defense, they're absolutely horrible. They haven't had any chemistry. They haven't had any time to gel. I mean, their pass rush could not get to Matt Ryan at all last week. And it's not like the Falcons have a great offensive line either, but the Dallas defense made Atlanta's offensive line look amazing. And Russell Wilson's so good at scrambling. I think it's going to be hard for Dallas's defense to get to them. And I expect Russell Wilson to throw at least for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns on the Dallas defense. But then again, I also see Dak having a big game as well. Just limit the turnovers, and I think they'll pull this out. Next, this is going to be a good game. The Green Bay Packers versus the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints had a rough game on Monday night. Drew Brees has not looked that great since this season has started. The Packers look really good. Aaron Rodgers is playing amazing. Their running back, Aaron Jones, is killing it. He's leading the league in yards right now in the first 2 weeks. But I'm going to have to go New Orleans winning this one, 31-28. I think it's going to come down to a Will Lutz field goal in the final minute. I do expect Drew Brees to not play that great, but I expect Alvin Kamara to carry the workload for them that game. So that's it for the Sunday games. Now let's look into Monday. This is going to be a heck of a game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, ever since Mahomes and Lamar became the QBs for each team, the Kansas City Chiefs have actually beaten the Ravens twice. And I know it's different teams, but it's a shootout each time. So with that being said, I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning this one, 34-30. It's going to be really close, but if you're telling me who I would rather trust in a situation to winning games between Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, you really can't go wrong with either one of those guys. But I'm picking Patrick Mahomes, He's a little bit more accomplished. He has a Super Bowl win and a Super Bowl MVP. Both of them were league MVPs. So it's going to be a showdown. Like, we're in for a treat Monday night, that's for sure. I'm going to have my eyes glued to the TV while I watch these two amazing teams go at it to prove who is the most overall toughest team in the AFC. So that's it for today's episode. Thank you, everyone who watched. And just remember to follow my Instagram account at The Idiotic Sports Talk and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Idiotic Sports Talk, in order to win $100. I'm going to give $100 to my first 100 Instagram followers and my first 100 YouTube subscribers. So whatever channel reaches 100 first, I'm going to do a $100 cash giveaway because you guys are so awesome, and I thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I appreciate you. Have a great night and take care.